every time. You can't. Excuse me. You can't make it up. With that being said, you already know what it is, man. We're back here to search some more game on the ground for them on Greyhounds. So just get up the pound and ready for the next round. So make sure I grab your snacks, your drinks, your weed, whatever the fuck the case may be, and we can jump right into this episode. Sometimes I can't move my tongue fast enough to talk fast. But with that being said, that's beside the point. You already see what it is. We're checking out your boy Conor McGregor and your boy Andrew Tate. The first video was requested to me, so we're going to check it out first. And with that being said, first of all, we're going to bump some music first for a minute, maybe two. And then we're going to get started into it. So with that being said, the digitalized, revamped pre-release is on YouTube. It will be out on all platforms soon, so keep an eye out for that. With that being said, let's play this shit, man.
To the end, the shed breath of death. I can feel we falling away. No longer the lost, no longer the same. And I can see you starting to wait. I'll keep you alive. If you show me the way, forever and ever, the stars will remain. I'm falling apart, don't leave me here.
With that being said, fire, let's go, let's get it, man. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. We back on the music game too, so you can expect to see that a lot more. Hear that a lot more, I should say. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this, man. I think this is the wrong layout. That's not what I wanted. There's the correct layout. Alright, I was wondering why it looked different. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into this, man. So the first one we're going to be checking out is your boy Conor McGregor. Let's get into this, man. Maybe. Can't make this up, y'all. Technical difficulty.
I'm emotionless. I am zen, at peace, ready for war.
Dude, what is this connected to? I don't know why it's tweaking like this. Give me a second, y'all. Hold up.
I'm emotionless. I am zen, at peace, ready for war.
You've got to be a little bit gone to it. You're not all there. You've got to be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that.
Real quick, y'all, if it's garbage ass quality, it's gonna have to do. I don't know why my internet is tweaking right now. I don't know if it's my internet or my laptop, but anyways, let's keep going.
That's why I don't know about nothing else. I do not pay attention to nothing else. There was games of football on yesterday, there was rugby, there was this, there was that. And like normal society is like, let's talk about this and let's engage in this. And I can't do it. I just don't, people are talking to me and in my head I'm counting something. I'm counting up a number or I'm knee deep in a sequence.
The quality is stomped down, but
on the mat or on the feet. That's my life, sequences and numbers, nothing else. I cannot pay attention to nothing else.
You know, I heard a quote one time from Vincent van Gogh that really rang true. He said, He has dedicated his life to his art, and he has lost his mind in the process. When I sat and I thought about that, it sounded very familiar. I have given every single thing, every ounce of my life to this craft, to perfecting my craft, and I continue to do so. And in the process, I have lost my mind, but in a good way, to regular society, to people who wake up at 9 a.m., who clock out at 5 p.m. They would look at me and say, I've lost my mind, but me, I have found it almost.
Your lack of commitment is almost an
Damn, bro. See, that's the thing. When you're really doing what you're supposed to do, people will look at you like you're crazy, or like you're an outsider. You're this and that. But as long as you know what you're doing and you know what you're going for, all that noise on the outside don't matter. That's 100% facts. Because you know what you're grinding for. You know what you're aiming to achieve. They don't. They can't comprehend it or understand it. So they're always going to look at you like you're a goofball, that you're weird, that you're this or that. And they're always going to tell you, man, well, maybe you should try doing this instead and not do that. Because they don't want you to succeed. That's 100% facts.
insult to the people who believe in you, and that's what I'm trying to tell myself. I said, there's people who believe in me, so this is what I'm telling myself right now, today. There's people that believe in me, and me having this half commitment. It's not what the fuck I am. It's not what my people. It's not what the people who believe in me deserve. And I want to give back to the people who believe in me and give them that belief, and prove that belief correct. So that's where we're at now, and let's see where it goes.
What makes you such a good fighter?
I don't know, I'm just curious about it. It's never, it's in my head 24/7. There's nothing else I can think of. I don't think about nothing else. That's it, I'm just curiously fascinated with it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is related to this. I don't do nothing else if it's not got to do with fighting. You know what I mean? And that is why, you know what I mean? To be true, all you gotta do is show up.
Is that not unhealthy?
I don't know. Do I look unhealthy? Take a look at this physique. I'm in phenomenal shape, in body and mind. To me, what's unhealthy is living an unhealthy life. To me, what's unhealthy is getting up and going through the same day every day of your life, 9 to 5, in an office or in a... That's unhealthy. That beats your mind. I don't work. I love what I do, and that's why I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? That's why it's become a career for me, because I love it. I love what I do. So I don't think it's unhealthy. I feel good in my mind. I mean, it's my life. I'm enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse, so I'm going to enjoy the benefits of this life. I'm going to get myself a big mansion in Las Vegas. I'm going to get the soft top cars. I'm going to bring my whole team out. I'm going to spoil them and give them this life. Big steaks that size, we're eating every single night each. We're eating good, we're living good. It's human nature. Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shell up and critique it and be negative towards it.
That's funny. I was just about to say that. Some people will see that and they'll think, man, he's like he's this and he's that. For no apparent reason, bro, other than the fact that they're just jealous because they're not in that position. And it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. You would think that somebody who's in a much greater position than them, they would shut the fuck up and listen to, but they don't. They're just jealous, and that jealousy leads to them hating.
One thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life. So this is human nature. Some go one way, some go the other way. But I am enjoying my money, my hard-earned money that I have dedicated my life to. I was always getting pestered. What are you doing with your life? You're doing this, doing that. They didn't know what it was. They didn't know if MMA was. They didn't know what none of this. They didn't know I could make a career out of it. As far as they were concerned, my man, dad, I'm talking about. As far as they were concerned, I was just getting into a cage and fighting with some other guy. They didn't know nothing about it. No one did really, but I knew. You know what I mean? I knew. But And then I ended up getting a trade just to keep them quiet. Because I used to have a lot of fights with my dad.
What trade did you get?
I ended up getting a trade as a plumber. Literally up in the back arse of nowhere up in the Wicklow Mountains. And funny enough, that site was one of the biggest sites in Europe, Kilternan. It was right at that skiing place. Huge. And now it's just abandoned. Now it's just deserted. So I used to go up there 5 o'clock in the morning. I was on that M50. I used to have to walk to the N4. About half an hour from my house, wait for some Limerick guy that I didn't even know. He'd drive on the M4 and I'd have to flag him down. Nightmare, yeah. 2 hours down on the M50. 2 hours back. Literally 14-hour days, and I was the first year, so I had to go and do everything. I had to go to the shop. I had to go and get this and get that. So I always had trouble with that, and I was like, this isn't for me. This is not for me.
How long did you last?
I lasted 18 months doing it. But it was tough, you know. It wasn't a life for me, you know what I mean? And then John said, because I was training with John as well at the time, and then John got in touch and says, I have a show, I'm running a show, I'd like to fight on it. And then that was it. I just packed it in, didn't show up. My dad used to come in and punch the head out of me and like try and drag me out of bed. And I just wouldn't go, you know what I mean? I had uproar for a good few years with him over, but and that was it. I just packed it in, quit, and then focused on training. And I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't. There was a lot of stressful years, you know what I mean? A lot of tough times. But I proved them wrong. I proved myself right.
I cannot put one thing on it, John. I just love this life that I have created. I love this business. I enjoy work. I don't want to be anywhere else but here. So every day I am enjoying myself. I wake up every day, I pinch myself. You want to see the room I'm sleeping in, you want to see the bed I'm sleeping in, you want to see the home that I am living in. There's an elevator in the home. So I'm on the third floor and I go out, click the button and it goes from the third floor to the first floor. I open up the elevator and I go and eat some breakfast and then we go stretch out in the sun and we have a big pool and jacuzzi. Look, I'm just enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Gratitude is one of the most strongest forms of power in attracting good things. You know, if you truly feel grateful for the things in your life, I always felt grateful for even the small things. I always used to celebrate the small things. Now I might be celebrating the bigger things, but I always celebrate every little good thing that would happen to me in my life, even before I had any kind of money or any of that. I would celebrate and I would feel grateful for it, and it just gave me more. And this is exactly the same thing that's happening right now. I still remain grateful, and more comes.
Crazy, man. Crazy. You know, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think somewhere in scripture it talks about learning to be, like, once you learn how to be happy with what you have, then God will add more unto your life. But if you're ungrateful for what you have, how are you going to be grateful for the more that you get? Because then you're going to be ungrateful because you want even more. So when you learn to be happy and content and grateful with what you have, God will give you more. Now, when it says to be happy and content with what you have, that doesn't mean don't work. That doesn't mean don't work to achieve more. It just means don't be ungrateful for the little things that you have right now. Because if you're ungrateful for the small things, you damn sure going to be ungrateful with the bigger things. That's a fact. But nah, man, it's crazy. Especially seeing as how, you know, he came from sleeping in his car, from living in his car to where he's at now. I can only imagine what it must feel like for him. The thoughts that he has whenever he looks back on those times compared to now. I think that's probably the first thing I would ask him if I ever got the opportunity to sit down and talk with Conor McGregor. Because I would ask him what the first thoughts are that comes to his mind when he thinks about where he was compared to where he is now, and the brutal journey of going from sleeping in your car to sleeping in a mansion with like 4 or 5 different fucking floors with an elevator. That's the goal. Maybe not a mansion, but just to even be able to do that without really, you know, without giving a damn in the world about, oh, I'm going to go broke if I buy this house or this car or whatever. That's the goal, bro. That's the goal. With that being said, let's... Fuck me. No, don't. That whole sentence came out wrong. let's move on to the next topic. We're gonna carry on with this Andrew Tate interview, and let's go ahead and get into this, man. Who's behind the Matrix?
Said because a lot of the people, they don't understand exactly how the European Union functions, and I did, and it took me like 5 months, and I was living inside asking questions 24/7 to kind of understand how it's working. So it's like so complicated, and we're going to come into, so is the European Commission, is Ursula von der Leyen, and there is 20.
All right. So I'm gonna skip forward to this part where they start talking about the war in Gaza.
But
They achieved a pension.
I want to, so guys, maybe I'm wrong in what I'm going to be saying. Sometimes I'm saying stuff that are bullshit. Forgive me if I am. But I will argue that United States foreign policy is a lot of the time. For example, now Trump got in office with saying that he will end the war in Ukraine. But he will keep funding probably Netanyahu and Israel in this. And I will argue that this is the power over the Israel lobby in United States, because who controls you is who paid for you in a way.
Agreed.
So you are saying that the three, he can organize the three, he can organize some of the three as well, the president in the United States. And I will argue also it's against America first, to give all this money and to
100%.
make everyone in the Middle East against you and all this
100%.
stuff. So you agree with me?
100%. You are totally right. The American foreign policy is disgusting.
So that
I agree with you.
also Trump can organize some of the parts of the
But
three.
Trump, I believe, and I might be wrong, we're going to see, I believe Trump will stop the war between Israel and Gaza. I believe he will. I hope he does. I do agree with you that the actions, in fact, you didn't say this, so I don't want to put words in your mouth. However, I will say the actions of Israel have been genocidal and disgusting. I do agree that the Israel
I agree. It's a
genocide.
You cannot say it's not when 16,000 kids
disgusting.
were killed.
It's disgusting. It's a
And
genocide.
people are making videos about when I'm saying it's a genocide, and it's like they're saying, "Oh, you cannot use the word genocide in this term. This is the playbook." Bro, they died 16,000 kids under 18 years old. What do you mean? So, yeah.
100%. I have to sign for the police quickly, and then I'll answer the rest of that
Oh,
question.
he
It's good
signed for the
timing.
police.
I'm on house arrest. I'm on.
You know, one thing that I do wish that people would do when it comes to talking about shit like, you know, the war in Gaza and all this other dumb shit that's going on is look at both sides, right? We see the amount of bombs that have been getting dropped on Gaza and whatnot, and it's very unfortunate, and it sucks that innocent lives are caught in the middle. But let's also take a look at Hamas too, bro. Like, I can't tell you how many clips that I've seen of them parading around dead Israeli hostages, laughing in a parent's face. You know, when they kill their child. You know, when they behead their child, their 2-3-year-old little girl or boy. I seen a video of you know, your boy David Draymond posted it. He keeps up with all this shit. If y'all didn't know, he's a Jew, so of course he's gonna keep up with that shit. Of this woman crying, holding her little girl because the Hamas killed her right in front of her, and was celebrating it. So yes, there's evil going on both sides. I'm not denying that, you know, Israel's dropping bombs, but there's evil going on both sides. And when people don't look at both sides, that shit pisses me off. That is one thing that I will disagree with on here. I'm not going to go on some big ass rant talking about, Andrew Tate is this and that. Like, no, but it's just like, come on, bro, let's look at both sides, you know. At the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
On house
Every
arrest.
day?
Yeah, every day I have to sign. Yeah, it's boring.
We sign also in the European Parliament. To get 350 euros every day, we go there.
No, it's absolutely a genocide. And Trump has promised he's going to stop the war. Whether he will or not is to be seen. However, I believe he has a better chance at stopping the war than Kamala does. Trump at least has a chainsaw. It's a big tree. But Trump, Elon, Vivek, J.D. Vance, they have a chainsaw to attack this tree, and they're ideologically prepared to suffer to attack the tree. The most interesting thing is the tree fights back. This is what people don't understand.
You know
The
what-
tree
why I
fights
have a
back.
With Oktoberfest.
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course. They don't talk about the fact that Israel's been committing a genocide for a very long time, and now the world's just awake to it. I'm totally ideologically aligned with you. My point is, and I know you're right, and we can go into the Jewish control of America, and that's the tree. That's the deep state. I like to believe that now, for the first time, we have people who are ideologically prepared to fight against the tree. When you come at the tree with a chainsaw, it fights back. This tree is not idle. This is actually very interesting, so I'm going to go back into gender for a second.
You
Because-
love going back to the...
Another thing too, let's also not forget, you know, it's a very high possibility, and this is what I believe, is that the Khazarians, the Khazars, whatever the fuck you want to call them, are the ones currently in, you know, doing all the bullshit over there. They're the ones that run the Jewish media, the fucking entertainment industries, and all that shit. They're the ones currently in power. I don't think, me personally, I do not think that the God-chosen Hebrew Israelites would do such things. Now, there is a possibility that I could be wrong, but I just don't think so. And the reason why I don't think so, I'm going to this real quick, is because in Revelation, when, you know, God's addressing all the different churches and all the different areas in the Middle East over there, I don't remember. I think it was one of the churches in Israel. But he said, "You who say you are Jews, but are actually of the synagogue of Satan." Whenever I read that, I think that the Khazarians, are the ones who say that they're Jews, but are of the synagogue of Satan.
And,
No, because
you love...
I like to prove my point. If Trump and J.D. Vance and Vivek and Elon and all of these people now in the American government have a chainsaw, what did Kamala have? A nail file at best. And was she prepared to genuinely take personal repercussion to try and damage that tree? This is a question which we'll never have the answer to, but we can analyze as professionals, because professionals can see the future based on the past. I ask you something. If you're going to go against a tree and it's going to try to destroy you, like they tried to destroy Trump, they tried to destroy him with the Russia collusion, they tried to put him in jail, they tried to destroy his life, right? If I ask you to name men of history who have gone against their personal, they've done things against their own personal situation, for their own personal detriment, for the good of a larger society, like the men who stayed on the Titanic, or the men who explored Antarctica and froze to death, or the men who went and died in wars. They didn't want to. It wasn't about them. It was about something larger than themselves. We can sit here and give off 1,000 examples of how many times men have taken personal damage to do the right thing for society.
So women.
Also women. Name some. Name some. When's the last time that you can name a woman who did something that destroyed her own life for the good of larger society?
Well, I know a lot of cases in my country, in the war that we have in 1970, in 1955 against
I know a lot about that war, yeah.
UK colonialism.
Yeah.
As a lot of the times the women...
Fantastic. Good. I'm not saying that women have never done anything. That's not what I'm saying. The point I am making is, and exceptions don't disprove the rule, we have to speak in generalities. In general, men are more prepared to suffer personal detriment for the greater good. Like Trump is prepared to be threatened with jail, to have his property seized, to be told his Russia collusion, assassination attempts for the greater good.
Let's not forget that.
Let's not forget that. And in general, not all, women are not prepared to face down a man with a bullet for the greater good.
Unless it's a trans. No, it's 100% facts though, bro. It's most of the time it's dudes that go put themselves in the line, and you know, because they understand what they need to do. They understand the sacrifice that is required of them. So, with that being said, you already know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your members, your aunties, and grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. This is a short episode tonight because that's just the way that it has to be. But I'm going to go ahead and let Rev take it from here. So, peace out, y'all. Deuces.
Really serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
Motherfucker, 'cause it's my world and every motherfucking thing in it. That including your asshole too.
Well, if God send the devil in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit, then motherfucker, you fucked up, huh? You fucked up, huh? You know your ass is doomed. What you got to speak? If you don't know shit to speak on this topic I'm bringing up, shut your goddamn ass up.
What do you say, Gerard? You ignorant slut.
I don't think I'm God. I ain't saying I think I believe. I know, and if you study the words, you study my book, you will know I'm me too.
You didn't create the heaven and the earth, baby.
But I did. I'm that motherfucker. You know me, don't you?
Hell no, I don't want you.
You don't know me? Just shame on your goddamn ass then. Shit, I'm the motherfucker. Give a fuck what you believe in. Believe in you some goddamn Ku Klux Klans members, don't you? And house nigga, bitch-made ass, nincome fucking poops, monkey-minded, Afrocentric motherfuckers. You wanna call me and tell me your opinion?